quick little video for y'all. Second full day where Mars has been in Capricorn, where it's exalted. Today, Mercury entered the fray, and my predictions are coming true. Trump threatened tariffs against European nations over the Greenland issue, and also called for official regime change in Iran. And like I said in my last video, America is a Scorpio ascendant. Its ruling planet is Mars. And also Trump is a martial individual with Mars in his own ascendant sign of Leo. So all the things that he's pushing for, I don't see him losing. It sounds crazy now, but by the end of this Capricorn season, I really could see Greenland being run by America, and also official regime change in Iran, where the old Shah comes back into power and the current regime is thrown out. The moon enters Capricorn early morning tomorrow at 5 a.m., around 5 a.m. Central, and will activate this whole stellium. And I keep bringing all this stuff up because we really don't see this many planets in one house and sign at a given time very often, and this could really be used as a case study for people who doubt astrology or just don't understand how it works and don't see the predictive power that it offers. I'm going to keep throwing out predictions and see if they come true for the rest of this Capricorn season, because again, you don't see this many energies all concentrated in one place at one time. It's kind of like if you imagine the planets as different characters in a play or actors, and the signs as different kind of events or things that happen. It's like all the actors on the stage doing the same thing, all meeting together to make the same thing happen. And so you can really see where the plot goes when all that happens, rather than each of the actors or characters doing their own thing and following their own quests. They all get together and focus on the same sort of energy and same activities. So there's not a better time to learn astrology, in my opinion. We'll see what happens with Greenland. I imagine we'll probably get some big news on Monday or Tuesday, since Monday's a federal holiday. But this moon entering Capricorn is definitely going to activate this energy, something crazy. So we might even hear something happening tomorrow. The moon rules the 9th house in America's chart. The 9th house is the house of Dharma and destiny. And so we might see some things happen that seem fated, seem like they're destined to happen, sort of manifest destiny. And some more things I wanted to point out. This is a little bit of a harder chart to read because it's in Vedic style, sidereal. So this is America's chart. Again, it's harder to read. I probably won't really explain how to read it, but if you look here, you can see Rahu and Mercury and Cancer in the 4th house. I wish I had my pointer to point this out. Maybe I can highlight it. Oops. This changes it, but yeah, we see here, this is just shifting things. This is Rahu and Mercury and Cancer in the 9th house. And if you look at the period, the Dasha period that America is in, we're actually in Rahu Mercury. So the things that are going on in our America's natal chart with Rahu and Mercury in the 9th house are super active right now. Rahu and Mercury in the 9th house sort of symbolizes unconventional beliefs, unconventional communication style, very obsessed with like intellectual, my own opinion on what's right, sort of being a rebel, over analyzing, pushing your own philosophy out to the world, and then also a focus on foreign interests. So this is like really some manifest destiny stuff happening, in my opinion, where America gains control over land that it didn't have, or it influences heavily lands that it previously did not own. So I guess we'll see what happens, but follow me, like and subscribe if you're into this sort of stuff, if you want to learn about it more. Like I said, I don't think there's a better time to learn astrology. This could be a case study for astrological events. And again, I don't see America losing any of the crazy conflicts it's in right now. As crazy as all the stuff that Trump is going after sounds and seems, it probably every single thing he's vying for. That's not a value statement. That's not a value judgment. That's more just reading the tea leaves and seeing how this chart is configured. The correct thing to do to make this even more on point would be to read Greenland's chart and Iran's chart and see how they sort of interact with what's going on. I looked for Greenland's chart. They don't have an official time where they became a country, and so it's not very, wouldn't make sense to sort of generate a chart for them because their houses wouldn't be aligned correctly. We wouldn't know the ascendant, and so we couldn't really see which planets own which house, and so that defeats the purpose of what we're doing. I think Iran does have a chart, but I haven't really looked into it. But again, this Scorpio being the ascendant of America and having its planet exalted in Capricorn in the third house where it's super strong, and then just seeing that there's all these other planets there as well, I think it's besides the point of what we're talking about. I think that energy is too strong for America to really lose anything that it's vying for right now. Like I said, it's the general energy. It's the warrior turned general. You know, they're vying to win, and they're gonna be cool, calm, collected, and calculated to make sure they do so. So stay tuned. I imagine we'll probably hear some Greenland news Monday or Tuesday, since Monday is a federal holiday. But again, Moon enters the fray tomorrow and activates all this energy. So maybe we hear some stuff happening tomorrow. I know all this stuff sounds crazy, you know, pushing for regime change in Iran and trying to take control of her country in Greenland. And I know Trump put deadlines for these European nations to get on board with Greenland for, I think, forget the first deadline. It might have been March or February, and then the second one where tariffs go up to 25% was in June. I don't think this is going to take that long. I think we're going to see all this stuff get resolved while Mars is in Capricorn, and again, that happens until February 23rd. So I guess we'll see what happens. Like and follow. I'll be posting more updates. I assume we're going to see some crazy stuff happening tomorrow, and if we do, I'll be right back here. So